Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey, I don't know how, but February done grabbed her purse and then got up out of here. So it is already time for me to share the fragrances that I have lined up to wear during the month of March. Now, I don't know about where you all live, but during the month of March, it is still pretty cold here where I live, and we may have a couple of sporadic moments where it gets a little warmer. So I have a little bit of something that is going to, prepare my mind for spring, but still be able to do a little something if it's cooler. And some of these are newer to the collection that I want to get to know, and some of these are staple fragrances that I have had in my collection that I am eager to reach for. So we're going to go ahead and dive into my fragrance tray lineup for the month of March. But before we do that, you already know to make sure that you are subscribed and make sure you hit that notification bell, boo, so you don't miss when I upload another video. Duh! After subscribing, turn the post notification bell on and setting it to all so you don't miss when I post the next video or when I post a little deal. Make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up and hype it up as well, because it's free and it goes such a long way to help support the channel and help us to grow. Last but most certainly not least, if you are interested in trying or buying any of the fragrances that we discussed today, to make sure to shop via any available links, discounted links, or discount codes down below in the description box, because it really helps me out. Before we get into my fragrance tray lineup, I do want to share my scent of the day, which is still kind of new to me, but I've been reaching for a bunch lately. This was sent to me from the team at Twisted Lily. This is Matier Premier's Radical Rose. This is the EDP formulation. Yes, they have an extract as well, but the reason I had to check whether or not this was an EDP is because of how strong this is. Very beast mode, jammy, spicy, sexy rose. This lasts all freaking day on my skin and is already garnering compliments and was a love at first sniff. Something about this, even with it having a really unapologetic presence, is really wearable to me and very addictive to me. Even with it having a complexity to it, really been enjoying this one and really eager to transition into spring with this fragrance as well. Definitely recommend getting your nose on this one if you haven't. I'll make sure I have my link and discount code for Twisted Lily down below in the description box. But again, today's scent of the day is a relatively newbie to the collection, Matier Premier's Radical Rose. Now, this first one in the lineup for March is one that I have been kind of testing on and off since my friend decluttered it from her collection, but it's definitely one I want to really get to know as we're transitioning into spring. This is Chloe's Eau de Rose, or Chloe de Rose, Rose de Chloe. I'll leave it on the screen. I forget the name, but oh, this one is just so darling. Definitely a rose-scented fragrance and has that kind of like fresh, easygoing, everyday, pretty girl DNA that Chloe does oh so well, but with a focus on rose. It is so pretty, so happy, very easygoing, easy to wear. There's a freshness to it, a greenness to it, and I think there's tea in this as well. So there's like an aromatherapy, almost spa, like calming, also like musky, maybe even like a fresh woodiness in the base of this, maybe, as it dries down. While I've been playing around with this, I don't have much insight to offer just yet because it is still newer to me. So I definitely want to take the month of March getting to know Rose de Chloe. Now, this next one is actually my first love from this brand, and it started out as a travel. Now we're here. This was sent to me from the brand. This is Clean Reserve's Sparkling Sugar. This is one that I have had and have loved for quite some time. Definitely a pretty pink fragrance, perfect to transition to spring. As the name suggests, it is a fizzy, sugary fragrance. I think there's peach or peach nectar in this. Very clean, fresh, musky, but also very airy sweet. And this, like I said, was the first fragrance that I tried and fell in love with from Clean Reserve. Perfect. I think it came out around this time of year, but it's definitely perfect in warmer weather, but not too warm, because you don't want the mosquitoes flying after you, because they absolutely will, because it's very sweet. But the first time I wore this, matter of fact, I actually wore this to take Coco to the vet. And if you know, you know. The vet is not necessarily a pleasant smelling office. It smells like animals. But this, even with the animals and face mask, got compliments. Not an all allowed fragrance, definitely a moderate, simple, clean, linear fragrance, but a perfect pretty girl fragrance that understands the assignment. Signature scent worthy, in my opinion, especially for spring, but definitely recommend getting your nose on this one, and I can't wait to spray the hell out of this month. I've been missing this one. Again, this is Sparkling Sugar from Clean Reserve. Now this next one, for some reason, I love to reach for during this time specifically, when it's not spring quite just yet. It's still freezing outside, but like spring is on the horizon. This one's gonna do it for me every single time. This is Givenchy's Lingerie. This was gifted to me by Jack's Beautiful You, wherever she may be. Shout out to her. This one, tuberose on steroids. This is, I don't know if I want to say it's a bubblegummy tuberose. I guess there is a bubblegumminess to it, but the other florals in this, some spicy, like earthy woodiness. I don't know how to describe this fragrance. All I know is that this thrives in cooler weather. Definitely great for spring, but this thrives in cooler weather for me. Gets compliments, and you just smell like a lady that has their life together. Okay? Definitely have to be a tuberose fan. It won't work any other way. White florals galore. Okay? This is very mature, so it's not going to be for everyone, but it's a designer fragrance that is a classic, a go-to that I can wear without thinking about. And for some reason, even though you would think a floral fragrance is perfect for spring, yes, sure, groundbreaking, but I'm telling you, in some cold weather, this here Lingerie is going to do it every single time. I definitely need to explore the Lingerie Rouge that people love oh so much during this time of year, but definitely recommend getting your nose on this one, and I anticipate trying to finish this up maybe throughout the spring season. Again, this is Givenchy's Lingerie. Also going to be spending time with Princess from Kilian this month. This one, honestly, I've just been craving it. It's green tea, so it's fresh, earthy, calming. It's also sweet, fluffy, powdery, musky from some marshmallow. And I think there's a little kick from some ginger in this as well. Very simple. It's also a very close to your skin fragrance. And some people can't even smell this, which is unfortunate because it's perfectly sweet and comforting for this undecided weather that we're going to be experiencing over the next few weeks. And it's just sweet enough, so it's not going to be too much for surrounding parties or yourself. And it's approachable and pleasant, mass appealing, also subtly unique. And I absolutely love this fragrance. It's perfect to wear by itself, but also perfect to wear layered. I can wear this to bed, and it's not going to choke people out, but even with it being a subtle fragrance, still gets noticed sometimes. Definitely recommend getting your nose on this one if you want to smell like a pretty girl, but with some kick. Highly recommend getting your nose on this one. I definitely will be spending a lot of time with Kilian's Princess this month. Also going to continue using and abusing Glossier's You Fleur. No stranger to this channel whatsoever. You all may remember when I acquired this at a Google event last spring. I raved about it. And yes, I am still reaching for this. You and You Fleur, but this one in particular is definitely my favorite because while it gives your skin but better, musky, clean, effortlessly, subtly sexy goodness, this one I find to be a bit more feminine leaning, creamy, sweet from some apricot skin. And I don't know, this one just makes me happier. I just enjoy this one more, probably because of that fruity component. Definitely a easy reach. I can wear this to bed. I can wear this to the office. This is one that I can wear as just a base layer under other fragrances, or I can wear it by itself. Either way, I absolutely love this and definitely recommend getting your nose on it. Out of the U flankers that I have tried, this one is definitely my favorite, and definitely has a less harsh approach to the original, while still being authentic to it. It's definitely more creamy and smooth to my nose than the original, but definitely going to be spending a lot of time with Glossier's Youth Fleur this month. Also this month, I plan on continuing spending time with a fragrance that was recently sent to me from the brand Noyz. This is Unmute, and yes, there is a little dent forming in this already because I have been addicted to this one. Now, this one is definitely a familiar DNA, but a little different. Now, if you are regular to the channel, you know that Auntie Dawn, aka Donna Karen's Cashmere Palo Santo, is a staple fragrance. I've already gone through a bottle of that, and I have 2 backups now. Shout out to my community. But to my nose, Unmute is extremely similar to that scent DNA, except with a plum note. You all may remember that Cashmere Palo Santo has a peach note. Much like my Auntie Dawn, this fragrance is a really smooth, creamy woodiness almost, but very woody, very wood forward, with that vanillic, fruity nuance, much like Cashmere Palo Santo. This one I've really been enjoying, and there's something addictive about it, probably because it's similar to Auntie Dawn, but also because of that plum. Something about plum in cooler weather is going to do it for me every time. I have layered this with vanilla powder extract. I have layered this with musk noir rose. I've worn this by itself. It's something sweet, subtly sexy, but also comforting and cozy and familiar about this fragrance that I am really enjoying. It's also got a little crack in it because I have been reaching for it, as you can see from the little dent that is forming. But another one that I'll be spending time with this month was sent to me from the team at Noyz, Unmute. Now, this next one is no stranger to the channel, and one that I feel like I've been mentioning to you all every spring and summer for the last couple of years since I picked it up. This is Nette's Pear Jam. Is anyone shocked that I am mentioning this? Probably not. If you all don't remember, this one is another one that got crack in it for me, especially during the spring and summer months. A signature scent for me for sure. A very jammy rose, but in a somewhat translucent way, like a effervescent, almost like cocktail kind of way. Very fruity from some pear. I think there's peach in this as well. And there's an effervescence to it. I don't know if it's ambrette or aldehydes in this, but there's something that almost makes this smell like a fizzy cocktail to me. Some patchouli in this that makes it last and stick to your skin and gives it a subtle sexiness, a fresh, almost cleanness that, ooh, I absolutely love this fragrance. And it's not a beast mode fragrance. I know I'm not spraying it on a tester strip, but it is strong enough to my nose to project from this atomizer without needing nary a spray. This one is clean, but still fun, still flirty, still a little sexy. Definitely one that I highly recommend getting your nose on, especially as we're transitioning into spring. But make no mistake about it, if you're in some, questionable weather like myself, this can still cut through a little bit of cold as well. Highly recommend getting your nose on this one. Definitely a signature spring scent for me. It has to go to Nette's Pear Jam. Can't wait to spend time with this month. This last one started off as a travel that I blind bought a few months ago that the brand actually reached out to me and upgraded to a full-size bottle. This is a fragrance that I was probably going to upgrade to a full-size bottle anyway, because as you can see, the travel is an endangered species, but I didn't even tell you what the fragrance is. This is Harlem Perfume Co's Showgirl. You guys, they sent me a full-size bottle. Oh my God. I can't even get the plastic open. There we go. Now this one, we already know how it smells, but let me show you what the full size bottle looks like, which is just so stinking cute. Now, if you don't remember, Showgirl is a Your Skin But Better fragrance that is inspired by, you know, the Josephine Bakers of the Harlem Renaissance and such. But along with it being like fun and fresh, it's also like warm, sweet, sexy, addictive. I think the keynotes, they have it on this box. They do. Is yes, it's mandarin, lavender, and amber. It's bright and zingy from some citrus. It is fresh and aromatic from that lavender, but it's also warm, sweet, and a little seductive from the amber in this fragrance. Oh, it's just so good. Not loud. Definitely a scent bubble, scent trail fragrance, but so freaking good. This is one that gets noticed without screaming at you. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretty and was my first love from Harlem Perfume Co. And I'm so grateful that they upgraded my travel spray so I can go ham, one, but also create even more scent memories with this fragrance. You all might remember I wore this to Scent Explorer, and now I can go ahead and spend even more time with this during the month of March. Highly recommend getting your nose on this one. It's also Black owned, which we love to see. Really excited and appreciative to receive a full-size bottle of my first love from Harlem Perfume Co. This is Showgirl. Well, folks, these are the fragrances that I have lined up for the month of March. Definitely sound off in the comments and let me know what fragrances you have lined up, or if you're interested in trying or buying any of the fragrances that we discussed today. And of course, if you are, please make sure to shop via any available links, discounted links, or discount codes down below in the description box, because it really helps me out. After commenting on this video and on your way to watching another video of mine, please make sure that you like, hype, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Comfortable in my skin.